All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to more Yu-Gi-Oh! My name is Raven from the Sky, and let's do this. All right. Zombies. This is a very basic, vanilla-esque, without any vanilla monsters, actually, but you know what I mean, like standard, basic 2005 zombie build. All right. So one Sinister Serpent. Scapegoat wasn't out in 2005, but I don't have Scapegoat. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should. Oh man, maybe I should make it. Man, make it. I was trying to save my. You see the SR and ultra rare ones. Those points are actually harder to come by unless you're like breaking the bank on buying a bunch of packs. I'm telling you. But if you're trying to on the grind, those are hard to come by. Even with the season pass, you know, those are hard to come by. And I wasn't trying to really use them on Scapegoat. So I had to add a Scapegoat. So yes, I know Scapegoat wasn't out back then, but I don't have Scapegoat. Matter of fact. Oops. I'm all messing up. I might put him in here. Let me see. Scapegoat is. Yeah, if I remember, that's the reason why I didn't. Because I was low on points at the time. I got 61, 96 now. But when I made this deck, I had like 30 a pop. I think and less ultra rare ones. Yeah, see, Scapegoat is 30 freaking, and I still don't want to use it. I'd rather use Scapegoat. So 2000 Scapegoat. So you know, Scapegoat was in the thing. I think it was 2 of them. That's 60. I got the decks like the Nephthys deck you sent me. I still gotta make the Infernities. Shucks. 1 Sangan, 2 Spirit Reapers, 3 Pyramid Turtles. I still gotta make the Appalachia deck. Well, I've made them. You can make them, but it'd be like this. They'd be grayed out. The cards you don't own, but you can still make the deck recipe, which I love. I love how it doesn't just completely shut you out. If you want to make a deck with cards you don't own, it'll just be made, and you just have to, manifest the cards, for lack of a better term, or create them, you know, using the points up there, up top. 1 Blade Knight, 1 Breaker. Tribe Infecting Virus, self-explanatory. Basically, it's like the semi-Yada lock, because that was very, that strategy was meta back then. Tribe Infecting with Sinister Serpent was almost in every deck. Because, I mean, you could continue. And Tribe Infecting lets you, as you can see, you can continue. So if you have like 4 cards in your hand, and they have like 4 monsters, you know what I'm saying? You 4 different types, that is. Because obviously you only really discard one if they're using like an archetypes. But like I said, back then, obviously this is a zombie theme, but it wasn't really that many archetypes like it is now. Now by 2005, zombies were just like establishing their foothold. Dragons were out. I want to say no. Yeah, it was just zombies. It was dragons. Then you had those garbage structure, the fire structure deck, the wind, the rock one, which was like defense. What else? Of course, you had the starter deck, Yugi, Kaiba, and Pegasus with his tunes. Oh man, back in the day. But anyway, Sinister Serpent, since Sinister Serpent would come back and he was pretty much endless, you would keep discarding Sinister Serpent every turn. You understand what I'm saying? See how it was broken, and that's how both of them ended up banned, including Yadagarazu. 2 DD Warrior ladies. The reason she's in here, yeah, she has a great effect, especially back then by old school standards. She's another one that was in every deck. DD Warrior Lady, then DD Assailant was in just about every deck. DD Warrior Lady, DD Assailant, Exiled Force. Y'all remember that? That was a staple back then. I don't even see him no more now. 2 Regeneration Mummies, 2 Vampire Lords. That's another bread and butter of the deck. Him and Spirit Reaper combo can drain a deck dry. Hence him being a vampire. But basically, about I want to say 2 or 3 videos ago, the dude ran out of spell cards because instead of the first thing most people would probably go after is monster. Monster, I'm attacking monsters, but no, I'm gonna go after the more technical side of it, and I go after spell cards. Trust me, spell cards are more important than you think they are. I found that out the hard way. You know, when you need Regeki and you don't draw it, or Darkhold or whatever have you. You understand? The same can be said about trap cards, but you know, to make a point, right? So I kept select spell cards till it came up no applicable card in the deck. He ran out of spells because he was running zombies, but his was more current, and I destroyed him with that. But it's just more so, not just flat out just demolishing him. It's like how you play, because this is a 2005 build. He had a 2022 build, 2023. 2 Ryu Kokis, good against warriors and spellcasters, the rivals of zombie decks. Despair from the Dark. He's a good beater, and he can come out to the field pretty quick if it's sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard. You know, that'll get him to the field if he happens to be the card that gets discarded from the deck. But I didn't really use him too much. I mainly would go for Black Luster Soldier and Chaos Emperor Dragon. That's why I said in the other videos it's like a Chaos Zombie build with these two, with Light and Dark. You know, with DD Warrior Lady and Blade Knight in there, and Breaker. Well, Blade Knight's light. It's more like a Chaos Zombie deck, because these two were big too. These were almost in every deck, and they were hard to get. They were secret rare. I mean, broken too, because you all you had to pay was 1,000, and if they're sitting there, especially back then, when you had like Mirage and Nightmare, of course you had what was that? What was that? Not Hobgoblin, but God darn it. Draw 1 and your opponent gains 1,000. That one. You had that. Card Destruction. You had Monster Jar, of course, and then you had what was that? There was Fiber Jar. Fiber Jar was legal once upon a time. Believe it or not. Cyber Jar. So you would fill your hand back up, and then they play that. Dude, you taking like 1,500 damage. If you got like 5 cards, 3 times 5, it's 1,500. 3 times 6. You get what I'm saying? What is it? 1,800? My math could be off. It's been a long time. I mean, that thing. He was broken to the point where he got banned, and he was banned for years, like a decade plus. Same with Black Luster Soldier, but it seemed like he came back a few times, and then was banned for a while. And now he's back again. But I can't believe they brought that bad boy back, and I can't believe they increased that to 2. Or is it just for the game? That the game has its own ban list? Because it seemed like the other Yu-Gi-Oh games has like their own ban list. 2 Regekis. This was always at 1. Harpy's Feather Duster. They had brought this back. This was banned. Destroy all spells and traps your opponent controls, because you had that Heavy Storm, the original Heavy Storm, not Heavy Storm Duster and whatever they got now. The original Heavy Storm, when you destroyed all spell and traps on the field. But like I said, you would strategically play it to where you wouldn't set yours, only set the ones you really didn't need, or after you use yours, and you see them with like 3+ cards back row, waiting for you to attack so they can sweep your field. You play Heavy Storm, they quit. You know, like that Heavy Storm. You had a Giant Trunade. This wasn't even out yet. Hey, I don't know when that came out. Giant Trunade. Then Harper's Feather Dust ended up getting banned, and that was gone for a while. Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn actually got banned for a little bit too. Creature Swap 2. Old school card. Still useful today. Most cards are, if you just find a strategy. Beautiful thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, cards that came out like decades ago, someone will find some use for them now in a 2023 build, and then the card shoot up in value. I don't know if that's what happened with Compulse. Compulse was like a whatever card, because that came out early part of what GX. But when you hit 5D's era, it shot up in value because it was so popular and it was so useful in that current meta, the current meta game then. That's just to me, that's how it was. But that's just an example of like the beauty of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like these old cards. I mean, you never know. Someone can find some broken strategy and then everyone's on it, and then next thing you know, the cards shoot up in value, and then it gets banned because it's too broken. It's too good. Book of Life 2. Different Dimension Capsule, which is basically the poor man's gold sarcophagus. Like if you didn't have gold sarcophagus in real life, because that was I think sarcophagus was ultra rare. I think back when it first came out, you would have used Different Dimension Capsule, which I had a ton of these because wasn't nobody using them back. This an actually an old school card. Wasn't nobody using them back then, including me. And it wasn't until I had made an Exodia deck to where I realized how good that really is. The negative is it sits on the field, and once they destroy it, then your card stays removed unless you play like what's that card called? Transmigration Prophecy, where you add like 3 removed cards back to the graveyard. I think that's how it goes. But this is I think that I think came out during the GOAT format or early GX. But I remember it's an old school card, and I had like 5 of them. Didn't nobody use them? Didn't nobody want them? I never saw somebody use this in real life. Not saying nobody don't, but when I was playing in reality, I did not see see anybody use that. And that was before Gold Sarcophagus even came out. Man, that was a long time ago. Gold Sarcophagus wasn't even out when I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In real life. And I say in real life, this is real life now, but you know, basically I'm playing digitally. But when I used to go to locals and stuff, Hey Trunade was basically, this reminds me of Giant Trunade, except it's return all spell and traps on the field, set spell and traps on the field versus all spell and traps. Call the Mummy 2, 1 Mirror Force, 1 Ring of Destruction, 1 Torrential Tribute, 2 Bottomless Trap Hole. Boy, that was a big staple back, especially doing GOAT format. Matter of fact, that was I think it's been reprinted a few times to be ultra rare, but back then it was rare and kind of hard to get because that was so good. 1,500 or more, that banishes the blue eyes. That banishes Dark Magician Girl. You know, so many cards fall victim to that. Then you had the regular Trap Hole, which was ultra rare. But anyway, guys, let's duel. Okay, we'll go with this. He attacks that, and that's an easy way to get Vampire Lord onto the field, and or Spirit Reaper. Let's see what happens. What do we got? Oh, Jesus Christ. Heroes. We gotta act quick. Can't be sitting here hiding behind zombies. I gotta act quick. You gotta almost pounce on your opponent when you playing heroes, man. They get that swarm going. This is all she wrote. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing but sit there and lose. I mean, a force to be reckoned with by today's standards. Still. The undisputed champ. Dude, I can't even. Oh my God. 5,000 attack. What? For perfection, I act. Okay. 5,000 attack. Dude, he can attack twice. Oh my god. Oh my god. He can attack twice. That was the easy thing to do, but you know, we gotta either summon another pyramid turtle and then Spirit Reaper, or summon Spirit Reaper. You can't hide from him, dude. That is crazy. What kind of... You can't even defend from him. That was insane. We'll do another one. I spent most of the video describing the deck and chopping it up about the deck and dueling and life and everything else. So I'll throw in another one. But yeah. What the heck? 5,000 attack, forces you in attack mode, and can make multiple attacks. What the? Your move. Sprites. All right, sprites. Relatively. I don't know if they're new in real life. They're new in the game. At least at the time of this recording, they're new. But I don't know if they're new in real life. Like I said, I haven't played in locals in a long time, so I'm kind of out of touch. So I always ask in the videos, are these new? When did these come out? Such and such. Speaking of which, when did the sprites come out? Comment down below. That means I can't special summon tokens then? Waiting on you, dude. you already summoned that? Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hmm. See, the tax went back down. Oh my God. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. My name is Raven from the Sky. If you enjoyed the episode, drop a like and subscribe to the channel to see what grow. Take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.